Hey, Stu from UAVfutures here, and today, well, we're back with another Sunday question and answer video. Of course, it's never Sunday when we're actually filming, it's actually Wednesday, but we're back here. You guys are going to be watching this on Sunday, but if you're new to the channel, what these are sort of like bi-weekly or, every 2 weeks, fortnight, whatever you want to call it. All things FPV related, drone related, UAVfutures related. You guys drop your questions down below. It's a great way for Trev and myself, and sometimes the slacker Cal. Leave some comments for Cal down below why he should be here. But we answer your questions about all those topics about all things FPV.
Cal's not here again.
No, he's been a slacker. He's at home.
Slacker.
Now, yeah. And also too, a massive shout out this week because every time most of the time, we didn't actually do it last week, but this week again, we're back on the bandwagon, we're giving some stuff away. So what we have this week, a massive shout out to our sponsors over, it's like I got to get this right, the HGLRC XJB. So we got one of those. I'm going to link it down. So that's coming from GearBest. I'll link that down below. Go and check that out. And I'm pretty excited because in the past, I think this is one of the best 3 inches we've ever flown. You've got one. I've got one. Ow!
Oh, sorry.
Cal actually bought 2 of these as well. So these little 3-inch racers absolutely rip. I'll go and leave a little review up there and go check the link out down below. But these, I think, a lot of people, I saw so many positive reviews about these things and they absolutely scream. You're going to do a review too, and when's yours going to come out?
Friday, I hope.
Is it? Yeah. So that means it'll be out by the time this is out. We'll see. We'll see.
Oh, yeah.
When are we going flying?
Friday, so it'll be Friday night.
Okay.
So
you're going to come home and edit
this
after
is
Friday.
actually we're going to do some magic, and this is going to come out 2 days before you see this video.
It's not going to happen. I'm going to put it out there. I have enough experience to know that it's going to be way too hard to get home, edit your flight experience. I reckon you guys will be seeing it on today. Anyway, enough rambling. What we should do, grab yourself a cup of coffee, maybe a scotch, whatever you're into. Let's sit back, and kick it off with some FPV questions about all things about drones. Oh, and people always say, Stuart, how do I go in the competition to win one of those things when we give them away? Well, you do that by putting a question down below. So put a question in this time to go in the draw for the next Q&A after this one. And I think that one's actually like a pretty cool Impulse RC reverb frame. But that's... Anyway, we're going to get on with today's episode. Rightio, so this one is from Gibsit Stylin FPV. Hey, Trev and Stu. He's putting you first, Trev. You're the star of the show. A couple of questions from Matt in St. Pete, Florida, USA. And the one I wanted to ask here is, when you change your lipo, when you charge your lipos, do you put them inside a lipo bag?
No, I don't. But if you don't have a box to put them in like I do, put them in a lipo bag. Okay. I've got an old, not a toolbox. Yeah, it is a toolbox.
This is going to be the longest response we've ever seen.
I've got what is it? What's the question? I've got a toolbox over there. It's all separated out. It's a fireproof box. I put all mine in, close the lid, and it's safe to charge. Yeah, and you even sort of blew one up just to test that, and it was totally fine. For me, I don't charge them in a lipo bag. I charge mine in some metal toolboxes as well, and it's actually inside a fireplace anyway. So if it does go up, it's just going to burst into flames inside the metal toolbox, inside the fireplace. But I would say to anybody out there, when you're charging, do take it really seriously. Do it safe. Never leave your charging battery. Never charge unattended, and just if you can, you don't leave any sort of flammable materials, boxes, curtains, clothes around like that. You want to be as fireproof-ish as you can. Don't charge them on your bed.
Yeah, don't never do that.
Or in your car.
This one's from Chris FPV. When you and your pals are racing, who usually wins?
Oh, me, of course.
Yeah. Well, I would say in terms of winning the race, we don't actually really have races, do we? No,
but usually I'm the last one standing because Stu can only do 3 laps and his batteries are gone. We do 4 or 5, so...
Well, if a time limit, if it's an endurance race and it's who can start the longest, definitely old man Trevor's going to win. If it's who can do the shortest lap time, I'll probably pull out a little bit in the front in those ones. But we never really do races anyway because it's not about, for us, it's not about winning or losing. It's just about having a good time. I don't know. Maybe it's different for you, Trev.
Oh, yeah, I hate it.
This one's from Clive Easton. Stu, can you see into the future? You say you'd love to see a Frsky TX like the Evolution, and lo and behold, the X-lite makes an appearance. What else does the future hold? Well, I'm going to say... You guys, this one I'm pretty excited because really the biggest announcement that I've wanted to make for a long time is you guys are going to finally get to see this that's going to really change our industry because it's So I can't wait to share that with you guys, and that's so close to coming out. What about you, Trev? What do you think about FPV that's going to work super cheap? What do you think about that?
So excited about just plug straight up. It's going to be brilliant.
This one's from Cowtown FPV, and the reason I know we've answered yours before because I've seen that name, Cowtown FPV. I haven't seen too many like that. You have a few top 5 FPV 5-inch drone videos. What about a quick top 5 micro drone, or even answering right about here about your favorite 2-inch drone is currently? I mucked that up. Trevor, what's some of your favorite micros at the moment?
Where was he from?
Cowtown.
Cowtown.
Yeah. Cowtown FPV.
Moo.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's some of your favorite micros?
Well, this one here. Absolutely love the ET100. That's one of them. Probably the Lizard. That was also a great little one. That's good to fly outside. It's too fast for under here.
Yep.
They're probably my 2 favourites. And also the something to get us some go, the HGLRC.
Whatever it is, the dinosaur brand.
At the moment, that's one of my favourite outdoor ones.
Yep. For me, I would say I really like the Armor 67, the ET, like Trev mentioned, the ET125 or the ET100. Those are absolutely gold. I think they're amazing. And also the King Kong Tiny 6 that came with like 5 extra batteries. I'll link that up here somewhere too. Or down in the description down below. That was an awesome little, I guess, Whoop class, tiny little one that you could fly around. So anyway. But on, this one's from Pepper FPV. Hi Stu, GT and CTC. Yeah, where are you at, CTC? Love the show. Have been watching since I started flying last March and have learned a lot. Just a quick question. I just bought some AOMWAY Commanders and I'm wondering, can I use the Fatshark style batteries without the little cable that comes with them? Many thanks. So massive shout out Pepper FPV. I'm really glad you're enjoying the channel and sort of getting into FPV and sharing this passion because it is so much fun. That's what this hobby's all about. And I guess I would say those Fatshark batteries, Fatshark's not going to like me saying this, Fatshark batteries are the worst batteries I have ever seen. They were so bad that Fatshark back in the day decided to stop making batteries and just made a battery case. That's how bad they are. And I know for my AOMWAYs, I'm sure Trev's going to just talk about this, you can just plug them in with a standard sort of 3S lipo. That's what I use anyway. What have you got there, Trev?
Well, what you really mean, those Fatshark batteries, the original ones, well, all Fatshark batteries are just
Okay, yep.
So you can piss that little cable off.
Yep.
Because that will break. That's the only thing wrong with the AOMWAYs.
Yeah, yeah.
Then you make up a little barrel connector like this, put an XT60 on it, plug it into a 3S battery.
Yeah.
And it's gold.
We'll put some links down below to some like adapters that you can use, or if you don't like the adapter, you can cut that off your Fatsharks, cut the cables one at a time so you don't short it, and then you can just solder it straight up to some wires and make a bit of a homebrew XT61. That's what I've done. Trevor's gone a bit fancy pants and done this yellow cable.
Goes in my pocket, doesn't fray, it's great. Or you can make a short one that goes to the back of your head. So,
alrighty.
Stu can hide them because he's got a big head.
Fury FPV. G'day Stu, Trev and Carl. If he makes it, no he didn't make it. See Carl, they're hanging it on you mate. You gotta be here, you slacker.
Isn't he here?
No.
Oh,
Loving the show. What do you imagine if he just was here? We just answered half of it at him. What do you two and oh my gosh. Why do you think 2 and 3 inch quads are so popular, especially when they cost as much, if not more, than a 5-inch quad? What do you reckon? You want me to go? You go.
No, you can.
Alright. I would say 2 and 3 inch, like, you just have to get out there and fly around, and people love FPV. Like, yes, you can have a 5-inch racer, it's faster and all that sort of stuff, but when I'm indoors, it might be raining outside, I might not have any space to fly, I've only got my small apartment, my small house, Trevor's underground track. You still want to get that FPV action no matter where you are because it is so much fun. Whether you've got the 5-inch, whether you've just got a 2-inch little ripper, regardless of what you're flying, it is so much fun. So that's why people just want to get into it and fly anytime they can. They might have a bigger one outdoors, but they just want to fly around, it might be raining, all that sort of stuff. That's why they're so popular. Regarding the price, well, things usually get more expensive when you shrink them down. Like, think of computers, think of phones, all that sort of stuff. When you're taking that technology and condensing it down and making it even smaller and what's that word? Miniaturizing it? I don't know, whatever. Yeah. Making it smaller. That's, that's not a cheap process. Just because it's smaller, it's not like a home. Because it's smaller, it's usually more expensive when it comes to technology sort of stuff. What do you think, Trev?
Yeah, well, the smaller ones too, look, they are fun to fly. And we've got both. We always take a couple of small ones with us as well. Mm-hmm. But the guys that live in a denser population that can't get out to parks, they'll find it a lot easier to fly the smaller ones around because they're not as intimidating to fly around people, and people don't get intimidated by them.
Yeah, that's true.
As well, so it really helps them guys out. Plus, you can get something to fly inside as well, so it's a bonus. Pretty hard to fly a 5-inch inside. So
yeah, if I was going to go show some, you know what would be really fun if we went to like an old folks home, Trevor. Maybe we were going to put you or something next week. But if we could show them about that sort of stuff, and if I was going to do a demo of something like that to a group of people, that joke aside, to bad joke aside, that group of people, I would fly like a little tiny whoop or something like that, because they're not very intimidating whatsoever. People don't get upset when you fly a little toy around. They get upset when you're like got a 6S 6-inch monster just ripping the sky open. It's very noisy too.
yeah, definitely.
Josh Johnson, toast, real salted butter and thinly spread Marmite or Vegemite, the best. Give it a go. So there you go, guys. That's his recommendation. But my question, is the $100 build still competitive? Can it be improved in today's market for the same price? You, me. $99 build. I would say the $99 build, it's my most successful video, and I have heard thousands of stories of people getting up and get flying and using that as their inspiration to get into the hobby, and that is absolutely amazing. And I would say, yeah, that build is about 9-10 months old maybe at the moment, and the one big thing I would probably change for an upgrade, it might cost a little bit more, but those Sam Guck motors, I think that's how you say them, the Woo, the Wee, the Shees, whatever they were, I'll link that video up here too above Trev's head, or down here somewhere down below. Those things absolutely rip, and they're the motors I'd put on there instead of the Racer Stars, because those DYS motors, the Sam Gucks, they killed it. They had amazing performance for the price. They're like $10. I couldn't believe it. Hey, do you want to add anything to that? What else would you upgrade?
I think you could. There's a lot of stuff now that you could probably... They didn't have an OSD either, did it? Mm-hmm. So
yep.
There's cheaper flight controllers out now that are probably better, that will have an OSD in them. There's a lot of things you could do with that now. Yeah, I definitely agree. I reckon it still costs you $99.
Yep. This one's from, I don't know how to say this. I gotta say, I feel like I'm getting better at pronouncing you guys' names, so.
No.
Okay. Alright, driver.
Just picking easier ones.
Yeah, that's right. Zaracon FPV. Stu, when are you guys going to get some UAVfutures t-shirts? I would totally buy the hell out of them. Make sure you get bigger sizes though, like XXXXL, or maybe just 3XL, I don't know how many I said there, for the bigger guys. And then a little smiley face. And I'm going to say, I don't want to give too much away just yet, but it is in the works. I've been talking to some people. Trevor's seen the pictures, and I've got to give a massive shout out to my Patreon supporters. Those people in the tiers where it's got the t-shirt reward, you're going to be the first to get, you guys are going to be the first. You don't have to pay for them. They're going to be shipped straight out to you guys. But there's still a few things that are coming. A few things are going to get finalized with them. But the design looks incredible, and I can't wait to show it to you because it's pretty much, I don't know what Trevor's doing, but I just know, I think it is the coolest FPV shirt out there, and I don't know, I think we had an incredible artist do some really, really cool stuff that I can't wait to show you guys.
Even made you look good.
Yeah. Brad Charwick, I think we might have answered his too. Morning folks, I just watched your Sky Zone review and I'm wondering if you could look into your crystal ball and any other shiny round surfaces you might be sitting near and tell us what you see happening with goggles in 2018. I don't only mean technology, but also pricing and competition, that stuff. I'm reading the future, mate, that's it. The gospel of FPV with this. Woo.
I reckon he's had a shot at me there.
Why?
He said any other shiny round surfaces.
You might be sitting here. Yes, we will be seeing. All right, Trev, future of FPV goggles 2018. What's going on?
Yeah,
Tell the people.
It's absolutely going to be.
This is legit too. We're not just messing with you. Yeah,
this is. It's going to be a ball breaker year for FPV goggles. We've finally got people they're coming out of the woodwork now. There's goggles coming down. I think we've got even some cheaper ones to review in the next week or so, haven't we?
Yep.
There's Fatshark. We've finally got some competition. We've got AOMWAYs, which are every bit as good, of course. There's Sky Zones, the original versions, not the last ones. But yeah, we've got 3 manufacturers out there that are really hitting it on the head. And we've got others coming to the market now, and you won't have to wear these shitty little box goggles anymore when you're starting off. So it's going to be really cool. It's going to be an innovative year. I think we're going to see a lot of stuff, especially this coming year.
Yeah, I definitely agree with Trev, and this sport is only growing, the hobby's getting bigger and bigger. Fatshark, look, they were on the ball back like 2 years ago and stuff, but then they just stopped innovating. They didn't start doing much. They still charged a premium, and I think their time in the sun, they're going to be moving out of the way soon. As far as 2018, maybe, I don't know, should we say like some new AOMWAY goggles? But I don't know, we'll just have to zip it and see what happens. Anyway.
I think I was talking with my hands there.
Yeah, I think you were, Trevor. We're rubbing off on each other. That sounds really inappropriate. Anyway, Kevin Bergaff. Hi Stu, question for next week. What are the characteristics of a good battery, as you talked about storing discharge batteries last week?
One that doesn't go flat real quick.
Yep. So what's that? What is a good battery for you, Trev? So you're like, oh, that was a good battery to use, not like one of your flights. Oh, that was a good battery.
Yeah,
what do you mean?
I like the one that I can push pretty hard and it doesn't come down too hot.
Yep.
I like to get about 3 minutes flight time at least. The same battery Stu would only get a minute out of, but if it comes down not too hot, I really like that, and recharges, and I get a few packs out of it. So I guess a high C rating.
Yep.
But
yep.
Probably rambling a bit.
Yeah, probably. You want me to take over?
My call. Yeah, you do that.
All right,
I think of things to say while you're
okay. This is going to take Trevor a long time. He's thinking, be careful. But as far as a good battery for me, I want something that can really deliver a ton of amps. So when I drop the hammer or I burst that throttle, it's going to keep giving it to me, and it's going to give enough juice to the motors and really supply them with enough power. I want it to do that over the longest period of time that it can. I want it to also perform right till it's almost going to die. So some batteries tend to sag off and they get less and less and less powerful. I know the Turnigy Graphene, the old school ones, they used to do really well, that they would still give more power than they really felt like they should have until they really got to that critical point, and then they just died. That's the sort of battery I like. It just keeps giving and giving and giving and can provide a lot of power. And when it comes down, it's not too hot.
And doesn't catch fire.
Yeah, it doesn't catch fire. That's a big one because that's happened a few times. And also one that recharges and balances well when you're sticking it back on the charger. I don't like any that... I feel a bit iffy when charging batteries and something's not looking right. If it doesn't look right, get rid of it.
So what are you using?
Now all the time. I use a lot of the Turnigy Graphenes, and the main reason there was that's like the 1500 one. They're a bit bigger, a bit heavier, but I got them for like $20 posted when I bought them. Yeah. So that there might be better batteries out there, but I think they're so expensive, and I punish mine so much that I'm really happy with the performance for the price for those.
Yeah, it's hard for us, especially where we are in Australia, to get good batteries. We know the China hobby line, everyone raves about those.
Yeah, I'd love to test some of those.
We'd love to get some of those, but they're just far too expensive for us to get over here to try them. So
yeah, definitely. Jason over there, help us out, mate. Like, get us a better shipping route to Australia so we don't have to pay so much to ship those batteries. Anyway.
Yep.
All right. Oh, my phone's upside down. This one's from Herpetology? I don't know. I could have read that different. Trev should make a video on how he put up his pit track. Where's that video, Trev? You've got this pit track we fly around in the basement, in the pit. Where's your video on how you made it?
He must have ESP, that guy, because I actually started doing that today.
Yep.
And it's not going to be... That'll be a couple of weeks away because there's still some stuff we want to show there. I was filming today explaining how do we do the tunnels and all that sort of stuff, and yeah, look, it's on the way, so that is going to happen, and yeah, we'll...
How much are you using your hands, mate? What happened to the top of your head there? Show them the mark. What's that from? It's over here.
That's working under there because it's
from your wife, right? She just hit you.
It's when you're over 5 foot, the track's not really good to walk around unless you duck, so...
Yeah. Alrighty, Big D FPV, and I'm going to give a shout out to him on Discord because I've seen him a lot on there. Well done. Great Q&A. How do I get one of those Grumpy Trev coffee cups? Oh, and then it says loving Discord. So I'm really glad you're loving Discord. It's a great place for our community pilots to get together, talk. I know you're on there most nights, Trevor. You have a lot of fun on there. I was on there for a couple of hours today. I probably spend more time on Discord than I really should, but it is an awesome place. But Trev, show us your Grumpy Trev coffee cup. Where do we get one of those, mate?
There's me Grumpy Trev coffee cup. Look at that. Even got a drone on the back.
How do we get one of them?
I don't know.
Okay.
We'll have to think about that.
Santa got that for you, didn't he?
Yeah, Santa got that for me, but the little logo is probably going to change anyway, so keep an eye out.
I don't know. Leave a comment down below if you want to get one. So let's start a GoFundMe. Trevor, Grumpy Trev coffee cup.
Yeah.
Anyway, they actually makes everything taste bitter, so you might not like it. This one's from Frank Barjas. We want crash test Cal. CTC for the win. See that, Cal? They're asking for you, mate. By the way,
Isn't he here?
we hear that Devon sandwiches stunt your hair growth. Is that true? Does Devon stunt your hair growth, Trevor?
No, it doesn't, because when I grew up, you should have seen my hair when I was young.
Well, look, the clinical studies say it's not looking too good right now. This one. Look, this one's from Rando Zero. Looks like Devon causes hair loss. Dodged a bullet there, Stu. This one's from K-Frame FPV. Stu, DT, and CTC. Isn't he here yet? Stole it for you. Love your channel and content. Thanks so much, mate. I'm really glad you're enjoying the content, because you can see, like, we're all having a bit of banter here, but we love doing these videos, and I love making FPV stuff, and I'm really glad that you're enjoying it, because I love making it. Regarding your question, how many packs do you bring out when you're flying, and do you field charge, and what equipment do you use for charging? Looking to charge more than one pack at a time. So I'll answer that last part first. I actually charge using the Sky RC Q200 charger. I'm pretty impressed I remember the name of it. And that's like a 4-in-1 charger. I know Trev's got one of those as well. I actually charge on 2 of those and another one, but they're my main ones, so I charge with them, and I charge like 8 packs at a time, or 10 packs at a time. Each is plugged in individually, but that's great because it's a 4-in-1 charger. I can do 4-in-1s. I don't have to do any of that sort of para charging or anything like that. And I'm rambling, but how many packs do I take out to the field? Well, at the moment, how many do you take out, Trevor? We'll get Trevor involved here before he falls asleep.
Is it my go?
No, I'm going to interrupt it, but you go.
We take about 30 packs. We don't charge them out there now because it takes too long.
Yeah, and we used to take more, but now that I'm doing this full time, there's more stuff I want to review, more stuff that I want to test and like just get some feedback on and really put through its paces. That actually takes a lot more time, like filming the speed gun runs, getting Trev a battery for him, and get Cal a battery for him, getting other people to fly it around and see what they think about it as well, and having discussions. Those things, they actually take up a lot more of my flight days. And back in the day, like about a year ago, I would go out and I would do like 50 packs, a heap of packs, like just pack after pack after pack. I know the GT2 days when I reviewed that, the original 2016 one. But now I find myself I don't do as many packs because I've got more to do out there. So I only take about 30 out. And I'll probably do about 25-ish, I would say, on average. Good day is 30, slow day is 20. Trev, what do you charge on? Sorry, what do you charge on?
Yeah, I use one of these...
What's your charging secrets? What do you use?
I use 4 different types of chargers. I charge 10 batteries at once. Mm-hmm. And I've got one of those Sky RC ones as well.
Yep. Something interesting about yours, you use a computer power supply to power all yours.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You showed me that last night. On Monday.
Yeah, and that's easy to do. You can see on the net how to make them switch on easy enough. But yeah, so it takes no time to charge. I think probably just over an hour and we've got 30 packs done. And ready to go.
Too easy. Alrighty, moving on. This one's from T-Bar. Hey Stu, I have a question for both of you. Notice, Cal, that they said both of us because you're not here, mate. Otherwise it would be for all 3 of us.
He's not here.
I am probably closer to Trev's age than Stu's. Does Trev have a problem with wearing goggles and standing up?
No.
Okay.
I'm more comfortable sitting down, but I can fly standing up without a problem. Never used to be able to, but I can now, so it doesn't really worry me.
Yeah,
I don't get dizzy or anything. So.
It takes a little bit of practice. I know for me, if I'm going for a really tight gap, or if something's really sort of like somewhere I'm going to really hone my skills and work on it, I find myself sort of ducking a little bit and moving a little bit more than when I'm sitting down. Yeah, I can fly standing up, but if I was going to go do some, I guess, let's say I was going to go enter an official race or something like that, I would want to be sitting down, for me anyway. That's where I feel more comfortable.
Just be wary, because some guys, we've actually seen this happen, that are standing up and they're flying and they're going like this. The next minute they're flat on their ass because they've just lost all orientation where they are. So, yeah, sit down.
Yeah, do whatever works for you.
Yeah.
Do you think your radio changes your flight experience? You know what, Trev, before we answer that, I'm going to check the camera, make sure it's flat, make sure it's still recording.
That's probably a good idea.
Yes.
Yeah. Maybe you stop and start it.
The battery, we're all good. It's still going well. I just want to double check because it has happened in the past where things have gone flat. We'd have to re-record. What happened I actually made a joke the other day on Discord. Trevor, we were flying around here, and lo and behold, in the ET100 125 video, like if you've seen that, how it all went flat. Your battery in there went flat, Trevor. It was you and all the lights and stuff. Finally, Trevor got a flat battery, and then I was teasing him about it on Discord, and what actually happened. Then he said, yeah, but Stu, didn't your GoPro go flat and you had nothing to record with? And I was like, yeah, touche.
Yeah, but there was a difference though. The battery didn't go flat. The battery's...
Is it?
Yeah.
It's not. Did it charge back up?
No, it's dead.
Oh.
Yeah,
that
so
sucks.
the battery actually died, so...
Okay, well, we'll let you off the hook this time. This one's from... Oh, that was sitting down. This one's from private account. That's what it says. Do you think your radio changes your flight experience?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah?
Without a doubt, yeah.
Talk me through that. What do you mean?
Oh, just the feel of the radio. Look, if you've got a cheap radio, they're just... It's hard to fly if you've got a cheap radio. It's really hard to explain.
Mm-hmm.
They're just stiff. You can adjust them, but they get out of shape pretty quick. If you buy a good radio to start with, you're not going to have any problems. Everything, you can just set up how you like. You get the gimbals nice and smooth, and it makes it all the better. That one I've got now, that's got the Hall effect gimbals on it, and I reckon I'm twice as fast as what I was last year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's the difference it's made. The feel is actually back in the radio, and never had that before in the other one.
Yeah, I definitely think like you're going to get, people are going to like whatever radio that they're used to, so using it more and more, and the more experience you have with a particular radio, you learn its nuances, how it feels, what you like, what you don't like, and you sort of accommodate your muscle memory and your mind around that thing. But I will say, most of the time, the better the radio, the better experience you're going to have. And when I say better, the smoother gimbals, the more responsive, the more options, the better switches, the better ergonomics, it is going to make for a better flight experience. It might be akin to saying, you know, is it the same as driving a really nice luxury car as driving a really cheap, tiny little car? And look, they both sort of do the same thing, and you probably could do some small things to make one more comfortable than the other and improve them. But overall, the luxury, more expensive car, you know, that's a bit bigger, going to have a better engine or something, is going to be better overall for your general comfort and that sort of stuff, and driving experience.
That's probably a good analogy. It's like hopping into a car.
That's like the best analogy I've ever come up with, I'm going to say.
Yeah, but you can hop in a car and not look at the speedo and know you're doing the speed limit.
Yeah.
And when you get a good radio, it's the same thing. The feel is there, it's exactly the same.
That's a worse analogy, but anyway.
Yeah.
Moving on. This one from private account as well. So I don't know what... Mate, this is too many questions. I feel like you're getting spoiled if you get picked out twice. It was about the Popo propeller mounting system. So 3 words to sum up your thoughts on the Popo, because I don't want to... I did pick this, but I didn't know it was from the same person. I don't like people just spamming question after question.
Okay.
What do you think about the Popo props?
4 lazy people.
4 lazy people. You're as bad as Cal. That's 3 words. Did I say
You
3
said
words?
3.
Oh, there we go.
You say 3.
Okay. I would say... I got nothing. Cal, this is hard and I'm not even flying, mate. Good on you.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a quick question. You're coming up with 3.
One Way Limited wants to know, hey Stu and Trev, during your reviews you often will mention flight time, but never in any sort of concrete fashion. For someone who is looking to get in the hobby like myself, college still takes up most of his life, it's hard to know what crazy good or not that good flight times are. So, I'm going to kick this one off. When I say, I'm getting some great flight times on this, or like the flight time's a bit short, what I'm really meaning is how efficient is it in the air. And the reason I can't give a concrete number is because it is drastically different from pilot to pilot. So that was a pretty short flight time, or man, I'm getting, this flight time's going forever. And let's pretend we're talking about a 5-inch racer, like a performance quad. If I said that to Trev, mate, I am just flying, this thing's going forever, I might be getting like 2.5 minutes. Like that would be a really long flight for me if I'm smashing that course. And my shortest flights might be like 60 seconds, 70 seconds when I'm thumping it, really pushing it. Like you'd be amazed how fast you can suck the amps out and draw a battery if you're smashing it. But Trev, you fly a little bit less aggressive than I do. And if Trev said, this is a really short flight time, gee, that flight time was short, I only got 2 minutes then, that's where it's different. It might be short for him. His long flights might be 5 minutes or something, let's just say for a long one, argument's sake. But that's why I never really give any concrete numbers. It's just a sort of feel thing that is unique to each pilot based on their previous packs and previous flight experiences with different drones.
You only come in early because yours are on fire.
Yeah, coming down hot.
Yeah.
Whoop, and the battery's usually screaming, the buzzer's going beep, 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 and the video's going black. And anyway, we're moving on. Man, we rambled so much on that one that my phone actually turned off. But good question. Goofer FPV. Great Q&A. It would have been a smidge better with CTC. I know, CCal. How many times do I have to say this? But it's always great, and thanks for the Discord. It's great getting on and talking to GT. Keep up the content. So do you know Duffer or Duffer? I don't know how you say his name. You must have been talking to Duffer FPV on there. Duffer. Oh yeah, okay. Any words for Duffer?
No, Duffer.
Well, I've heard so many good stories actually of people saying, oh, I didn't know anyone to fly with and I've been flying alone for 6 months, and I talked to this guy on Discord today and he said last week, thanks to Discord, he met his first other pilot to fly with, and he'd been flying solo, and he said it was so much more fun with someone else. And yeah, that's great. If you're using the Discord, oh, what was that, one of your CDs? Anyway, if you're using the Discord and you're one of the pilots that's met up with other people, that's exactly what it's for. It's all about connecting and getting people to share the hobby. Anyway.
We actually had a live build on Discord the other day.
Yeah, we did. We're going to do some cool... We weren't building, someone else was building. Actually, who was that? Do you remember his name?
Oswey.
Oswey? This really made me laugh, right? So this guy was building on Discord. We were all talking him through it, watching it, and he was building the $99 build, and we're sort of talking him through. And the one part, Oswey, that really made me laugh, you were watching the $99 build, and you're building away, and you said, hang on, I just want to check the video. And then I was like, yeah, but I made that video, I'm telling you what to do. And it really made me laugh how you were like, I'm just going to check what the video says, Stu. Hang on, when I'd made that video in the first place. So I thought that was a bit of a classic, but it was good fun watching him build that thing anyway. But he hasn't plugged it in yet. We're waiting for part 3, when his batteries turn up, we'll plug it in and we'll see how it goes.
It'll go, or we burn his house down.
Yeah, so maybe we'll never speak to him again.
But we'll
maybe
see him live.
Yeah. Okay, this one, man, we took a ramble there. Where'd that turn come from? Echo B FPV. Hey Stu, Trev and Cal. Loving seeing the 3 of you. Hint, hint, CTC. Honestly,
he's not there.
I don't know why. That's ridiculous, Cal.
Where are you, Cal?
Have you guys experienced or found that since getting into FPV, it's become much bigger than any hobby has ever been. For myself, it's my recreational life, it's my social life, pretty much all the time. And I guess it's even more for GT and CTC, and Stu's living the dream already. Keep the work up, guys.
Yeah, it's better than sex.
Oh, God. I'm going to have to bleep that. I'm going to say, for me, like, before this was my full-time job and before I was making content, yeah, FPV, it was still the same. Like, it was all engrossing. You think about it all the time. Your mates become the people that you fly with and you're hanging out with all the time. You're sort of always, like, looking online and reading and learning about FPV. It really does take up, like, your social life. You talk about FPV. I don't think we can go a day without talking about something about FPV, but yeah, it is a very engrossing hobby, which is great. Trev?
I said my piece.
Oh yeah, you did. That's right. We're gonna move straight. We're gonna.
It lasts longer too.
Oh, Trevor. God, and then here's the next question. You can read that one out. Can you read that top one? Do you want me to zoom in for you, mate? Your old eyes.
Hey, Stu and Trev.
No, this one, mate, up the top. Who's it from?
Who's it from?
Yeah, see if you can pronounce that.
It says Robbie FPV. How hard is that?
Well, I just want to check, mate.
And
what's his thing?
I love Trev.
Yeah.
Well, I love you too, Robbie.
And with a little love heart. Yeah. But I'm not going to do that swearing, so I'll leave that up to you. Hey, Stu and Trev, can we get some prop reviews, maybe? You want me to go? You go.
You can go.
Prop reviews for me. It has to be a really special, different, unique prop. Something I'm really excited about to do it because it's just a prop. I like cyclones, and yeah, like there's other stuff I want to do first before I do a prop review.
You know, talking about props, I reckon we could get CTC to do some prop reviews.
Yeah,
he loves props.
Yep. All right, Cal, there you go. You put on the spot. We're going to get Cal to do the prop reviews
because every time we go out, we've got to set.
Yeah, that's true.
Try these. You've got to try a set of these. Mm-hmm. And we try them, and we had a couple of good ones and a couple of really Cal. But the most of them are good though, so I will keep trying them. Oh, no, they're not really all that good, are they?
God, I don't know what Trevor's going with this.
Anyway,
let's just see. It's like
Cal,
watching a crane crash.
CTC's got to do the prop review.
Alright, Cal, you're on the spot. You're the prop review, mate. So we'll have to just ask Cal. For me, yeah, and also a little. I find it one of the least exciting parts of the hobby. There's much more interesting stuff.
Just ask Cal. That's pretty catchy.
Just ask Cal. There we go. That's Cal's thing. Just ask Cal.
Tech Guy 360 wants to know, hey Stu, Cal and Trev, Q&A please. Q&A please. How to get the perfect ESC for a brushless motor? Trev, you rock, and please bring Cal again. Too much Cal questions, right? You've put in too much love for Cal. What we need. Anyway, moving on to the ESC part. Well, I'm going to say, and look, some ESC manufacturers might not like me saying this. ESCs back in the day made a big difference what you got. Nowadays, just get the amperage right, make sure it can handle how much amps you're going to be sucking down, make sure it can handle your voltage, and then as long as it's at least BOHeli S, most of the BOHeli S, whether you get an expensive one or a cheap one, in my experience, are pretty much very, very similar. And I've flown a lot of different stuff, and I'm just telling you, ESCs, in my experience, don't make too much of a difference whatsoever. Trev?
Yeah, they like to think they are, but they're not.
Yeah, there's other things that make a big difference before you need to worry about ESCs. Yeah. And you can save yourself some bucks. This one from Fisted FPV, and massive shout out to him because he is very funny and he seems to jump on Discord all the time, and I know he's a Patreon supporter, so massive shout out for both being on the Discord, also being on Patreon. And you had a little question here about Discord, Fisted, that made me laugh, and it was about storing your old motors together. I store my spare new old motors all together in one compartment. Does this do any damage with the magnets or demagnetize them slightly? And I'm going to say, I don't really know. If you throw your magnets in the box, look, it might do something, but probably not enough.
It doesn't matter. If they're old motors in the box, you're not going to use them anyway.
Yeah, that's probably true. Alrighty, so sorry we don't have the scientific facts for that one.
No.
Mitch Probert Watt. What? Anyway, like I say, what's the last part of his name? Anyway, what single piece of tech have you been using the longest, as in something that you've been using for ages?
The charger.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What one? What's the name of it?
Oh.
And how long you reckon you've had it?
Oh, probably the Hobby King one, the Quattro charger.
Mm-hmm.
I've probably had that for about 4 years. And yeah, it's the only really single piece I've got, because everything else changes too much. Like, we wouldn't have a quad that's got the same stuff in it.
No.
That's 6 months old. So that's the only thing I can think of. Well, it might be the Tranos, I guess, but
yeah, that's probably a year old.
Yeah, it's still the same as what I had, just slightly different. But
yeah, for me, I would say, well, I'm in a bit of a different situation, because after the review channel, like, there's a lot of product that comes through here and a lot of stuff I get to test, and obviously the stuff that I like, I start using. So I know for me, the AOMWAY goggles I've used pretty consistently for the last 12 months, would you say? Yeah. I've just jumped back to the QX7, but before that I used the Turnigy Evolution for quite a long time as well. And then probably, like you say, the charger. But yeah, everything else is...
yeah, sort of...
Maybe my soldering iron. Actually, I've used my soldering iron for quite a long time as well.
Oh yeah, that's only been 12 months though.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, about a year. That's a long time for me. You know. Anyway. Longfellow Deeds. What's up, Stu and GT? And he didn't say CTC.
He's not here anyway.
I really love your channel here at UAVfutures. Always my go-to channel when I have any questions regarding FPV. Well, thanks so much, mate. I'm really glad you're enjoying it at your go-to channel, because we love making this stuff. Well, I do anyway. I don't know how you feel about it, Trev.
Yeah, it's exciting. No.
So here's my question I've been thinking about for some time. Do you think it'd ever be possible to have a drone run off solar energy? Do you reckon that'll ever happen, Trev?
No.
Why not?
Well, the solar panels just aren't big enough and can't create enough current to run anything that big. Have you ever seen them do those solar runs, and these big things look like gliders, they've got a propeller on them? Those things glide half the time. They've got a very small motor, draws bugger all amps.
Yeah.
No, it's not going to happen.
Yeah, so I think, long story short, that I'll probably ramble too much. The quads are extremely inefficient, draw way too much current, and it's just not possible. Even the biggest glide, like even the really big gliders that people launch and are semi-solar powered, that sort of recharge a battery and then they use that to spin the prop, that's not... even that is very, very difficult to do, and they're on really big, like meters by meter, really, really big gliders that have wings that are efficient, that can fly. There's no way it's ever going to happen.
No, you wouldn't. The motors wouldn't even spin.
No. Maybe like some petrol-powered quads. I could see that, because petrol's pretty energy dense or something like that. Some sort of combustion. If they could put some lawnmowers on the props, and I don't know.
I could see that happening.
How are you going to solar power a...
I'm just talking about different energy, not mate. Like using non-electrical quads.
That wasn't his question.
Okay, non-electrical quads. I can see some
You're
like
rambling
combustion ones. Anyway, that's actually the last question. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Definitely drop your comments down below. Put your questions down below. A little bit less about CTC, but you can share him some love. But you know, maybe share him some hate for not being here as well. Tell him how much of a slacker he is, or why he should be here, and why you like it when he is here. But what we need to do now, massive shout out to GearBest, and I'll link it down below, and the HDLXRC. One of these bad boys, I think I said that right. Because we're going to get one of these shipped to you, not these ones. It's going to ship straight from them, but this is an awesome little 3-inch. So we actually have to find out who the winner is and who's going to pick that. So where is that, Trev? Alrighty, we got it. This is what it is. So Cal's not here. So this half, I'm going to pick the winner.
Isn't Cal here?
This half, Trev's going to pick the winner. This is how we pick who's going to win. We've actually got a fire dancer motor on there, so it might burst into flames. But anyway, you want to spin this, Trev? Who's gonna? Or you want me to spin it?
No, you cheat.
He'll still say I'll cheat. Oh.
Yes! Yes!
All right, Trevor. Who would you like to win?
Me.
No. Okay. What question? Who do you want to? We're going to be contacting you, but we're contacting them. But who do you want to win one of these little bad boys right there?
Well, I can't remember who it was, but I really like the question about what tech have you been using. That was pretty cool.
Hang on. Tech have you been using the longest, as in something you've been using for ages?
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, so congratulations for Mitch Probert Watt, or what, on, anyway, you'll see the link down below.
It doesn't matter if you can't pronounce your name, but you can still win.
But, congratulations, check your inbox, spam box, something like that. I'm going to be sending you a message with a little code in it. What I want you to do, email me back with that code at my UAVfutures@gmail address. You can find that link to my YouTube page somewhere in the About page. You got to email me back. Congratulations, because you've won one of these little bad boys. We're going to be getting one of these shipped to you. I dropped my phone, but it doesn't matter. So you're going to be getting one of these. So check all that sort of stuff out.
Got it.
For everybody else, subscribe for my FPV related content. Jump on Discord so we can actually have some voice chats and things. And I want to maybe get some questions from Discord as well next time. If you're one of my Patreon supporters as well, massive shout out to you. And I know some of the upper tiers, I'm going to be starting doing something where we can get some Patreon questions on here as well. So massive shout out to them. For everybody else, subscribe for my FPV related content. Go subscribe to Trevor's channel. Give him some grief as well. And as always,
stick it up, Cal.
No, happy flying.
Alrighty guys, just a bit of a bonus here. So I actually forgot to turn my mic on when I went in and recorded this. But we're talking about this on future jobs or past jobs we used to do. And back in the day, check this out. This is in the pit track. Trevor used to be a DJ. So check that out. There's his disco sign. There's him with all the hair. So sorry about the poor focus. Some Sheila dancing over there. But can you imagine Grumpy Trev as a DJ in the clubs back in the day? Well, there's some proof. Alrighty, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that video. Definitely subscribe if you're new to the channel and check out these videos. And I'm also going to leave a little link here to my Patreon page because I've got some fantastic Patreon supporters and I like to give back to them as well. So if you want to join the UAV Futures family, there's things like bonus Velcro straps, little bundles of FPV goodies and things like that that also get sent out. Anyway, happy flying.